apart from have to go through all of these colonial countries to reach my home, I then now have to have a visa to reach into my house. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, in parting, we are saying we recognize the festival and we love the togetherness. This is one of the only, I must say, I was telling my sister, after being all over Africa, this is one of the only countries in Africa that we come, and when we look at the people and how they dress, we know says Africa we are. We know that. So we feel good to know that. So we hope that the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart will be accepted in the sight of the Gambian political system, that they are the only ones that can help to alleviate this problem that we find very mischievous and devious and perpetuated by the governments of Africa against the brothers and sisters who is trying to reach home. Give thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mutabaruka. Mutabaruka, renowned Jamaican poet, has spoken here at the Arch 22nd in Banjul at the official opening of the 11th edition of the International Roots Festival. Thank you very much. Mutabaruka, a round of applause for Mutabaruka. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would want to take this opportunity and invite Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Dr. Aja Aissatou Njie Sedi, who will deliver a keynote address on behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Sir Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh.
If you love Yahya Jammeh, say yes! Students, if you love Yahya Jammeh, say yes! Can I see your hands up for Yahya Jammeh?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I want to first and foremost recognize the first mother of the nation, representing the first family here, Her Excellency, Madam Fatou Assombi Bojang, the President's mother. I also want to recognize the Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, ably represented by the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, who also doubles up as the Chairperson of the National Women's Council. My Lord, the Chief Justice, the Honorable Minister responsible for Presidential Affairs, the Civil Service, and also Secretary General of the government, but also Secretary General of our great party, the APRC. The indefatigable Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Honorable Fatou Mas Job Njie. The only problem with the name is Job. but there's nothing wrong with Njai. My other cabinet colleagues here present and honorable ministers, honorable members of the National Assembly, the Lord Mayors of Banjul as well as KMC, governors, of course singling out the only female governor of the Gambia, newly appointed by His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Ejeja Jammeh, Madam Sifai Haidara of West Coast Region. I want to recognize all the chiefs here present under the leadership of the Paramount Chief of the Gambia, Mr. Demba Sanyang. Area councillors, and also the Dean and members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, and service chiefs, venerable religious leaders, our distinguished brothers and sisters and homecomers from the diaspora, which is the 6th region of Africa. Of course, also recognizing some dignitaries among them. We also have guests from Spain, represented by Princess Beatrice of Spain and delegation, Dr. Julius Gavin, Dr. Rashidi, Mutabaruka, Sisla Kalonji, Scratulus and Princess, festival promoters both in the US and UK, all homecomers here present, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen from the diaspora. Staff of the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, including the National Organizing Committee of this 11th edition of the Roots Homecoming Festival. Distinguished invited guests, youths of the Gambia as well as of Africa, women of the Gambia and indeed of Africa, members of the local and international press here present, women councillors, Women's Federation representatives, Yai Compins, mobilizers, cultural groups and artists, party militants, school children and teachers, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good evening. It is indeed an honor and delight to deliver the keynote address on behalf of His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Ejeja Jammeh, who would have really liked to be here with you today, but due to unavoidable circumstances, he could not be available and thus asked me to grace this auspicious occasion on his behalf. He, however, brings you the best of greetings and wishes during this very important ceremony. I therefore read his statement as follows. I'm grateful to the Almighty Allah, first and foremost, for the opportunity given to preside over the opening ceremony of yet again another International Roots Homecoming Festival. This one, of course, being the 11th edition. This festival has now become a regular occurrence, no doubt, in our national biennial calendar of events. And indeed, it is also an occasion which brings us together with our brethren in the diaspora to celebrate and indeed promote Africa's culture and value systems, which have withstood the test of time, despite the disruptions, of course, through the slave trade, colonialism, and others, the onslaught of alien and mostly decadent Western-based cultures, which seek to undermine our very value system and its norms and values. Before the advent of colonialism, Africans had in place proper political and administrative structures, which, if not perturbed, could have been the basis of our own development paradigm in Africa. But thanks to our griots, of course, who kept it alive, as well as our parents and grandparents and forebears, of course, it's still living. But thanks to them, it's been sustained, and to nurture love, peace, and tranquility, especially in the Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa. Therefore, when my government instituted the International Roots Homecoming Festival in 1990.